Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Tuesday, May the 13th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local market is set for a strong opening with ASX futures up almost 1.2%. This follows a risk-on rally on global markets overnight, prompted by an agreement between the United States and China to temporarily slash reciprocal tariffs for 90 days. The US has dropped levies on Chinese imports from 145 to 30%, while China has cut duties on American goods from 125 to 10%. That saw the US dollar surge along with stocks on Wall Street, with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq surging. Magnificent Seven made hefty gains, led by Tesla, Nvidia, Meta and Amazon. Separately, Apple lifted on a report that it's considering raising the prices of its new iPhone lineup. Shares of the retailers, including Nike, Lululemon, Target and Walmart, all up. That's despite a 30% tariff still being a significant hit to the retailers' margins. And shares of US drug makers initially fell after President Trump pledged to slash prescription prices by up to 80%, aligning with price levels paid by other wealthy nations. However, they recovered, lifted by the broader market on news of the trade truce. And the energy majors, including Chevron and Exxon, also lifted. Whereas shares of the gold miners tracked the falling bullion price as investors moved out of the safe haven, with the top miners Newmont and Barrick down, although Barrick did actually end up higher. Well, China and the United States have effectively announced a truce in their trade war, agreeing to roll back most of their tariffs, with the US dropping the extra tariffs it imposed on China this year to 30% from 145%, while China is cutting them to 10%. However, President Trump warned that tariffs could still increase if talks fail to secure an agreement within 90 days. Tariffs imposed before April 2nd will remain, and Chinese products including EV, steel and aluminium will still face separate tariffs imposed over the past several years. It's unclear if China's ban on rare earths will count as a US-specific countermeasure under the agreement. And in light of the trade war de-escalation, Goldman Sachs has lifted its forecast for US economic growth and lowered the probability for a recession. Meanwhile, FOMC member Adriana Kugler has said trade policies are evolving and are likely to continue shifting even as recently as this morning. Still, they appear likely to generate significant economic effects, even if tariffs stay close to their current announced levels. Well, US Treasury yields rose to their highest level in a month in response to the lower trade tariffs. The US 10-year up more than 8 basis points to 4.46%, and the 2-year was up more than 11 basis points, just shy of 4%. And the US dollar has jumped 1.5%, while safe haven currencies such as the yen and Swiss franc tumbled. And the Aussie dollar weakening to 63.7 US cents. Bitcoin, that's fallen back to around 102,500 US dollars. Well, oil prices rose around 1.5% to settle at 2-week highs after that trade agreement, raising hopes of an end to the trade war between the two largest economies. Brent crude futures up more than 1.5% at just shy of $65 a barrel. Copper was up slightly, iron ore jumping almost 3% to 101 US dollars a tonne, and gold tumbled as investors lessened their exposure to the safe haven asset. Spot gold down 3% at $3,225 an ounce. Well, ahead locally today, we get the Westpac Melbourne Institute Consumer Confidence Index, as well as NAB's April Business Survey. That's your day ahead. See you again tomorrow.